If you like making jewelry, well, in this video, I'm going to give you 13 high-selling products on Etsy that you can sell using your skills and creativity. Hi guys, my name is Vlad. I'm the owner of TagPup. It is the #1 pet product store on Etsy in terms of daily sales as of recording this video. Also, I'm the #1 seller on Amazon Handmade in the keyword handmade dog collars. So in this video, I wanted to share with you guys 13 jewelry product ideas that you can do if you have the creativity for it. Now, the last one, make sure to watch to the end because in 4 months, I got 40,000 sales doing jewelry stuff. So make sure to watch to the end. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification because I give you guys highest quality content to help you scale your Etsy shop. I started this YouTube channel because I found that there's not that many people that really talk about the data and how to analyze the data, how to act based on what the data shows. And that's how I became successful on my shops. And I want to share with you guys all the knowledge that I have accumulated over the years. All right, so the very first type of jewelry that you can get into if you're just starting on Etsy, you don't need that many equipment, it's a beaded jewelry. More specifically, probably going to butcher this, is Heishi bracelets. Okay, Heishi bracelets, let's jump on my computer and I'll show you what that looks like. So they are lettered beaded bracelets, but more specifically, they're used for colleges and game days, universities and things like that, because they utilize color on the bracelets, and people do that. They use that for graduations, for university games, and or any kind of, if you're university pride kind of moments. So this shop right here, she's been only open since April, and she got 433 sales. And that's all she does is mainly she sells on the university. Now she does other stuff, but I noticed that most of her sales come from these state universities. And the nice thing about that is that you got a lot of keywords with attached to that, so you can do many different listings with literally just one type of product. And you guys know I love those kind of products because you can spread yourself throughout the market. And so you, for example, you'll see this Florida State University using the colors. And like I said, you bring this to football games, to any kind of events that the college has. So, all right, so the second one is baby bracelets. Now, as you guys know, I don't like to just say that, hey, you should sell t-shirt or you should sell bracelets. You got to go more specific. Baby bracelets, and even more specific, baptism baby bracelets or ankle baby bracelets. And that gives you a little bit more specificity, and that's a supply and demand mindset of thinking. And there's 2 different formats of these bracelets. They're obviously beaded, which is, like I said, doesn't cost that much. And then there's engraved bracelets. Let's take a look at the beaded one. It's something like this. And if you guys have been watching my videos, I like to go on reviews to see how often they sell. And they sell pretty well. So they, based on reviews, we see that they're getting consistent sales, and at least through this month. And baby bracelets, they tend to do really well. And here we have the engraved one. This is not an ankle bracelet. This is just a bracelet. And like I said, you do need a laser engraver for this one. And they're more fiber laser. You can get a 30 watt. They're less expensive than a 50 watt. Those are usually tend to be stronger. But the nice thing about personalized things, you see how often they're getting reviews. So they got 3 reviews that day. And you guys know that usually about 3 reviews, that 5 to 10 review sales per review, and so that's how much sales I can estimate they had that on that day. But you see they're getting a lot more consistent reviews, and that's because it's engraved. All right, for number 3, we have personalized men's leather bracelets. Leather bracelets, I didn't know this was popular, but it seems to be. So you would obviously need a laser engraver, and you would need an axle, like a thing that allows you to engrave on spherical or cylindrical, I don't know if that's a word, cylindrical shapes, like a ring. So if you have a way to engrave rings, this would be a great one for you to do. You would need to be a little bit crafty in terms of how you either engrave, or you can engrave the rings and then slide them on after. So these sell really well. Great for groomsmen's gift, great for Father's Day gift, anything that relates to Men's Day or Father's Day or birthday to a dude. Now, if we go on earring, let's just type in men's leather bracelets, or how about this, men's bracelets. Usually earring is really nice with keywords that are not so high, not so detailed. Let's try that. It's really good about letting us know data for kind of the general sector or category. So we're going to check out exactly what time of year these sell well. What we're going to do is we're going to look at this chart right here, and it shows that it sells well throughout the year, more specifically, obviously, Christmas and like probably December and July. So summertime and Christmas time. So it's a great product to sell throughout the year, but has great search volume. Look at that, men's leather bracelets has a good volume of search. So when you do have something more specific, it tends to sell much better because people specifically look for those details. And you guys know if there's a specific detail or a specific kind of characteristic to the product that people are looking for, those tend to convert well, and you spend less on advertisements. So little mind nugget. All right, so the fourth one, you don't have to be a jewelry maker if you don't want to, but these sell really well, is supplies for jewelry. So beaded things like silicone beads and things like that. Let's jump on my computer. This store sells silicone beads. Let's go to their store and see what they sell. So yeah, so they sell different types of little supplies for making jewelry. But the thing about this strategy, you would have to have a lot of different little inventory pieces, because the keywords for these is really what you're going to be targeting. So you want to target as many different keywords as possible. So and then they have the different alphabets. Obviously, when people making beads, they want to have the letter. So make sure you have the full alphabet. Different types of colors. Now with this shop, they actually haven't turned off the ability to see what they have sold. Usually some shops, they turn this off, but this one hasn't got a chance to do that because they're probably a fairly new shop, which they've been doing really well considering they are a new shop. But this is what they've been selling, right? This is literally what they sold. So they're getting ready for the fall season. There's a lot of this fall type colors. They've got some Santa going, so it's really good for seasonal stuff like what we're going to be entering into the Christmas season, little Halloween stuff right here. So really cool. It's really cool that we got a chance to see what they actually sold. But if we look at the reviews, well, let's find out how old this shop is. So we're gonna go. Here, let's go back. We're gonna filter this by the newest, and we're gonna see exactly when they started. I usually look at the very first review. And just kind of see where they've kind of got their beginning. So about in June is really when they started. Actually, well, let's May. Okay, so let's just look at the calendar. And now it's 2020. Yeah, so just a little over a year. So they've been doing a little over a year, and they got 28,000 sales. It's not bad. So if you want to get into jewelry, but you don't want to make anything, or you want to just supply, that's a great way to really have a business where you're packaging it up and shipping. Number 5 is personalized engraved jewelry. Now there's different types of personalized engraved jewelry. There are coin personalized, there are bars, vertical, horizontal bars. There are just coins, like many different coins of monograms. They're used for bridesmaids gifts. They're used for like birth flower gift or birth flower type engraved jewelry. So that's a really good one to have to be able to do, but you would need a laser. All right, so this one, in just 4 months, this shop have 4,000 sales, and that is because it's utilizing a very popular type of jewelry that is very popular, and there's not that much people doing it, and that's because cost to entry of this one is a little bit larger than most of the jewelry, and that is the cutout name jewelry. So look over here, this one right here, they've literally 4,000 sales, and they've been just open just within 4 months, and they're selling this one as the main seller. They're selling other ones, very minimalistic, but it's really, it's the same idea. What oftentimes people do is have a very strong enough laser that is able to cut out the metals. And this one right here is, they've only been open for a month and a half, and they already have 3,000 sales. So really popular product, especially if you can get it nice and thin like that. It's very elegant, and it's personalized. So, all right, so the next one is lettered necklaces with just letters on as a necklace, and these are really popular because oftentimes people don't want to have a full name, they just want a little letter hanging on there, and there's 2 forms of this one. There's the cutout names, which you can buy as the whole alphabet and just sell the letters, or there's coins. You can buy all the coins and sell the letters. So this one doesn't require you to have machinery unless you buy it blank and engrave it yourself. So for example, this one is a really high seller, and all they do is it's just a letter. that's cut out. Now, like I said, you can buy the letters and you can just assemble it. So it's a really simple one to do. And if we go on the review, we find that she's selling a lot, or whoever is selling a lot of this stuff. So, and the next one is this one right here. They sell a lot of these, especially if, and in a lot of jewelries, by the way, if you do rose gold, you're going to have a higher conversion rate. With higher conversion rate, you're going to rank better. So when you're selling jewelry, try to have as many different variations that you see people requesting. If they're saying, hey, do you guys have it in rose gold? Do you have it in silver? Do you have it in gold? The more of those options you can have, the more likely customers will buy from you. And when that's the case, it's not even about the sales. But when there's a more likely chance they buy from you, you're going to have a better conversion rate, which means you rank higher to the top. So, and yeah, look at this. They're getting beautiful, consistent reviews on just letters. So you can just literally buy this. Now, you could also, I don't want to say chisel it, but you can also hammer these letters out. This one, it seems like that's what they're doing because the depth is not consistent, which means they're probably using a hammer and letter stamps to do this one. All right, so the next one is, and I actually sell this one, and I sell it to match my dog collars, but is wristlets. And I know that from experience, wristlets are a really good product to have on your store. They're very simple to make. This one requires a little bit of work with some fabric or some material, yarn material. Now, this one is not really jewelry, but it is in that category. So if you do find an easy way to do these wristlets, which they're really not that hard to make, I would recommend adding them to your store. All right, so the next one, and this is not particular jewelry that you wear, but if you already have all the equipment and you have the little tweezers and whatnots to make jewelry, this one is something that I would really recommend adding to your store, and that is crystal car charms. These sell like crazy. If you look at the reviews, look at this. They're getting consistent reviews, which means they're getting consistent sales, and on car charms. So if you have have all this stuff, I would really look into all of these material and start making car charms. These sell really good. All right, along the lines of car charms, what you can do, and this is a similar kind of it really is a similar kind of tools that you need, or a similar kind of inventory that you might need if you're going to be doing jewelry or card charms, is sun catchers. I've said that in my other videos, but these are highly underrated or under recognized by sellers, and sun catchers sell like crazy. If you can do crystal sun catchers, again, you might need to get a little bit more crafty, a little bit more hands-on, but I mean, look at that, right? They do sell a lot as they get consistent sales, consistent reviews. So 3 reviews on the 22nd, 4 or 5, so 5 reviews on that. And you guys know, again, 5 to 10 on average, and you do the math. So they're selling really well of this product. So if you are doing jewelry, I would highly recommend to add these puppies to your stores. All right, so the next one is ankle bracelets. Now, there's 2 different ways you can do that. You can actually have a laser engraver to engrave the name, or you can just do letters. You can buy up letters and put together ankle bracelets with just a monogram or just one letter. For example, like this one. This is a very high-selling product. And when I say high-selling products, it's about 5 to 10 sales a day. And this is a new store, so 1,000 sales. Let's go on their reviews. As you can see, their reviews is largely this ankle bracelets, which means that's probably what they sell most. And so if we look at how old this shop is, we can see that in March of this year. So March of this year, they have started selling this. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and they've already done 1,000 sales. Now, for jewelry, that's really cool. And mind, I remind you, it's mostly this sale, mostly this listing. So if you take 1,000 sales and a large percentage of that, oh, look at that. We can actually, they haven't disabled that ability. So let's see so they're selling a lot of this ankle. Hey, look at that, letter earrings. Squeezed another one in there for you. So, yeah, so they're really selling this one. So I would say percentage 70% of the 1,000 in 4 or 5 months. That's not bad for one product. That's not bad. Imagine having several of these kind of products. All right, so the next one is literally, the store has been open like April, and it's been the hottest seller this year for new stores of 2022, and it sold over 6,000 sales in just 4 months. That's pretty gnarly. That's pretty crazy. Now, the store that I'm talking about is this one, Moon Dust Art Boutique. So if you are doing vintage metal Gothic style jewelry. So that is a very specific. I love specificity, and if you have anything like that, if you can either make some, I don't even know, I don't think they make it, I think they just have antique jewelry. So if you want to get into antique jewelry, collectibles, or collecting different type of jewelry, people love Gothic style jewelry. If you can make jewelry, see if you can make something in the Gothic or metal in this antique vibe, because people are loving this. Etsy, the data shows that people are loving this, so might as well add some keywords, some products that can correlate or relate to these kind of purchases. And what I would also do, if you are gonna really go into the rabbit trail, what I would do is looking at the people that have bought it. So when you click on reviews, look at the people that have bought it. You can actually click on their names. You can see what else they favored, the other items they favored, and see the kind of people, the kind of keywords that they're looking for, the kind of customers that are coming, because clearly these customers are people that buy a lot of this kind of stuff, and you really want to supply that market. So if you want to get into this. All right, so the next one has had 40,000 sales in just 4 months. 40,000 sales in just 4 months. That just blows my mind how busy they are, and how much they have to be organized in their inventory in just 4 months to do that many sales. So the store that I'm talking about is Gratitude Crystals. Gratitude Crystals. Crystals are one of the craziest selling things in the jewelry. If you've typed in jewelry, you've already probably seen this listing. They're selling crystals, they're selling jewelry with crystals, they're selling little skulls like that, they're doing it's just crazy. So I would just recommend just go through the store and see if you can find supplies of crystals somewhere, if you can buy and sell, or you can supply the beads for the jewelry. This is probably, yeah, they're doing beads for bracelets. So they're not even actually making bracelets, they're doing beads for bracelets. So that's it. Hopefully you found this video to be useful. Like I said, follow the data. If you want to do jewelry, follow the data. Follow the stores that are selling. Follow the types of keywords that are doing well. Don't just sell jewelry. Sell specific jewelry. Sell baby ankle bracelets for baptism. Like really specific. And hopefully this video provided some insight and keywords, hopefully, that you can dabble around and really start your jewelry store off on a good path. And it requires a lot of work, so good luck. And if you are wanting to get into jewelry, comment on the bottom what type of jewelry you might want to get into. Maybe I can give some more additional advice. All right, until next time, have a good one.